It's Mama Succotash, the pomoni, la papatino, the bonus, and the middle one, your head for free. The best of you to thank Mama for the food you taste, cause Mama Succotash Kitchen is serving you up, yeah.
Today I am serving succotash. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and tell Mama what you liked or didn't like about the video. So here I am, I'm showing you the onions, the basil, the cherry tomatoes, the corn, and that stuff when you cut up, that's the okra, lima beans. You want to get them on, start cooking. So putting the lid on there. I went ahead and I'm crisping up some bacon. I went ahead and cut the tomatoes in half. If you have really big ones, you might want to cut them a third time, but this was fine. Are I showed it so long, but there they are. Right, the bacon is getting crispy for me. It's always a good bacon shot. So you want to cut the corn off of the ears, and I used a little bowl trick, and this is just me showing you. You just glide the knife down the base of the corn. It's 4 ears. I took the bacon out, and I'm letting it sit there on a paper towel to dry out from the excess grease. Now that bacon grease in the pan, that's going to give our flavor. So the onions, garlic, and go in the pan. Now here is where you want to trust the process. You want to let this cook down. The onions will become translucent. Get some good color on them, as well as the okra. The okra, I learned a trick, which I used to cook it for my uncle for years. And he liked it slimy, but I'm not for sure which chef I learned this from, but they said that the reason it's slimy is because you don't cook it long enough. And I found that to be true in making this dish. So I trust the process. I don't worry about the color that the pan gets on, because you know what? It washes off. So you see this process, cooking it down, and I was really surprised. I never would eat okra because cooking it for my uncle, it just looked beyond anything I could eat. So, but this, I love this dish. Now here I'm making it for a person that I work for as a personal chef. So, she requested, which she requests quite often, so yeah, she loves it too. So that is the lima bean steeping. All right, I went ahead and drained them and have it just sitting there. I'm going to combine that with the corn that has been cut off of the ear. There it is. So, as you can see how far we've come with the okra, onions, and garlic. Definitely smells delicious. But as you can see, that sliminess is pretty much subsiding. It's still some there at this point, but it's going down. So, trusting the process and letting it go. I believe the heat right now is like on a medium low, not all the way on low, but got a bit more right there, not on hot, because you don't want to see. And here you can see more that sliminess has gone. You can see the spawn on the bottom of the pan, which is nicely. And once everything else combines in and add the butter, that spawn comes to come up off that pan and add great depth of flavor in there. So that as we go along. Alright, so I've added the corn and the lima beans. And I'm stirring that in to mix it a little bit. Okay, and then now I'm going to add black pepper, kosher salt. I like the kosher salt. You don't, it's not like the iodized salt, so you can use a little bit more. The flakes are bigger, but I try not to use too much salt. There that is. Mix that up. Okay, get that butter in there. And we all know butter makes everything taste extra good, so. And I have to tell you, I was very surprised when I first made this dish. It was just, didn't expect it, but it was good. I guess I was just gun shy from that okra. So I chopped up the basil. I will say that basil bunch wasn't a good bunch because there should be more basil going in it, but out of the pickings that I had, it was a brand new pack. That was all that I could get from it. Now there was a tomato that got stuck down in the grill grate, so I used the spatula to pop it out, and I had to go get that off camera. Alright, so I'm adding the tomatoes in. You do this at the very end. In the basil, and then you turn the heat off. You'll see that in a second. A few seconds. All right, there's the heat off, and be stirring that up here, and add in the bacon, fresh bacon enough. You can chop it, but that bacon was really crispy, so I said I'll just use my hand. And I know a lot of people like, oh my god, you're using your hands. I am a very clean cook. I believe in being clean, and the person that I am preparing this for, she has no problems with me using my hands, so that's what it is. So if anyone that I'm preparing anything for has a problem with it, normally if I'm cooking for a catered event, I am gloved up, but this, I've been cooking for her for years, and when I'm at home cooking for myself, I don't really go. I'm just very clean in the kitchen. I clean as I go. That's what it is. So I just added some more salt and pepper. I'm going to be adding some butter. The butter, again, the recipe only called for like 2 tablespoons of butter in the whole dish, but I think I used a half a stick, I believe, throughout the whole thing, and the butter is needed. What it does is when it picks that fond off the bottom of the pan, and the moisture from the okra, that slime that was developed there, it acts as though it's like a sauce, a butter sauce, and it's just it makes the dish, I think. So yeah, I don't think the intended recipe intended for that, but I just found that because this is probably 5th or 6th time that I'm making this here. So I definitely like to season throughout. Do it in layers, that way you have a well-seasoned dish. It's not overly salty, but I love black pepper, and using that cracked black pepper is so much different than using this regular pepper that you get from the grocery store, the regular one. That black pepper is more pronounced, and it's really good. So here's me tasting it, and I want to get some of everything on there. And yes, it was good. I was speechless. Now, what she likes to do is have me prepare the food, and then it's prepped for her meal prep. So I prep it, and then I freeze them so that throughout her week or month or however they don't make it to a month, she can just go into the freezer, grab it, heat it up in the microwave, and then, just for a quick meal. Alright, so that's the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, 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 I am new on here. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up. Please share it with your friends. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.